So provisional ballots are a really important part of the voting process because it allows a voter to cast a vote when their right to vote might be challenged. So it can be challenged because they didn't provide the correct ID, could be challenged because their address doesn't match what's in the poll book, could be challenged because the poll books show they were issued a mail ballot and their state might require that they bring that ballot to vote in person and surrender that ballot, and they don't, or maybe they just didn't get the ballot to surrender. So there are a variety of reasons, but the important thing is it's a fail-safe. In other words, we want to give the voter the benefit of the doubt. So that provisional ballot is cast in a way that the ballot is held, whether it's segregated physically into its own envelope and held in its own sealed bag, or some variation of that. And so we hold that until all the other ballots are processed. And then an election official will go in, and that provisional ballot requires some research. It might require reaching out to the voter and ahead of time and telling them, in order for this to be counted, you need to mail in some credentials, some ID. It might be verifying their address. It might be verifying whether they did or did not return a mail ballot that was counted. So if you're lucky enough, like I was when I worked in Colorado, where even in a large presidential year, we only had 100. In another jurisdiction I worked in, when I was working in Utah in a presidential election in a much, much smaller jurisdiction, we had over 5,000. Took us weeks. And the size of that is definitely going to be based on the voting population, the turnout, but also there are different laws and practices that affect that. So same-day registration obviously drops tremendously the amount of provisional ballots that get issued. Laws that require that surrender of the absentee ballot make those numbers go up. But the important thing is it's a safeguard, it's a safety net, and we election administrators do their due diligence, they do the research to make sure that if that provisional ballot can be counted, it will be.